Welcome back to the Daughters of the Moon podcast. We're grateful that you can join us for another week. We are excited today. We are welcoming back Dr. Grazyna Pajunen, and she was on a previous episode with us in August on episode 259. So make sure you check that out. We talked about biohacking. And today we're going to talk about reversing aging, which we all would like to do. So welcome back.
Thank you so much. I was so happy to be here.
Yes, we're grateful to have you back on with us. So I'm very interested in this reversing aging because I'm 56 now, and anything that I can do to, either keep it where it's at or move it backwards would be a great thing. So look forward to hearing what you have to tell us. So if you could talk about that.
Well, what about every single year you celebrate year younger instead of year older? How would you feel?
I like that.
I know, believe it or not, like I am now, this year I will be 74, but based on by biomarkers, I am 58, which are blood tests, right? You do the blood tests and they establish how old are you. And based on the scale, you can buy a scale, and that scale tells you also your age. They just wait, just check your fat and all other things, whatever the scale is checking. I'm 45. Of course, it is not that reliable as biomarkers, but still, you know what? I just said the age is just a number. People are so obsessed with that. Oh, I will not tell how old I am, but I mean, be proud of it. Be proud of being 80, 90, 100 and feel and look like 50, 40, and so on. I
Right.
think that that's what we should be proud of, and that's what we should strive to. And is it doable? Yes, it is. It's scientifically proven. And it is, we have many examples of
Mhm.
people living that. So if one person can live like that, then you can live it too. There is really not so much, there is genetics, of course, about 30%.
Yes.
But what about 70% is in your hands? Yes, you need discipline. Yes, you need knowledge. Yes, you need all this, but it's achievable. It's today you just put computer, you put chat GPT, gives you everything, right?
It
Even
does, yes.
exercises. You can say, oh, today I don't feel so good, but tell me what I can do for my exercises like 15 minutes. It will give you, and you accept it, fantastic. No, you change it and
Yeah.
say, no, I don't really like it. Give me something else.
Yes.
It's there is no excuses to that. No excuses. We have everything in our fingertips. And if you don't want to look for it, well, I got the book. I
And
put everything
which book
step by
did you
step.
write? Can you share that with our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Biohacking, a way to a better you. It's available on Amazon, and this is step by step main things what you need to do to really feel fantastic. I didn't include much of the supplements or because this is supplements are so much dependent upon the person
Right.
and it's more individualized. I can say a little bit in
Mhm.
general because there is general what we need. But even today, I had two calls with two customers, and they both wanted to reverse their age, but they have totally different needs. Like one of them was on a like 50 something, and she had problems with hormones, with this, and also with digestive system, and so I cannot give the same supplements recommend to her as the other person who called me and she was 45, but she was perfect health. I want to just keep it. I just want I don't have wrinkles and I don't want to have any. What would you recommend, right? So they are two different people. So and both of them want to have their goals, and we can set up what do you need, and then what we can recommend.
Nice.
So the most important is just to finish my thought is that the most important is that I have studied for the last 20 years um, which supplements work and which don't and why.
Okay.
And this is something which is very important because you see there are a lot of things on the market that are garbage, and there are a lot of things on the market that are fantastic. There is, and you have to be able to, how the person who doesn't have education in that field can know what to take, right?
Yes.
It's on the bottle is written the same name or similar. And
Yes.
and so why they are so different prices? Why there are so many of them? And so this is not that easy. People are going to, let's say, go to Walmart and look at the supplements. You can tons. Which one you choose and why?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. So
One of the, yes, go ahead.
what are some of the things that we can do then to reverse aging?
Okay. Uh, Again, it depends upon the person, right? So let me tell you the basic blocks, and then I can tell you what I'm doing.
Okay. Sounds
Just an
perfect.
example. It
Yes, because
doesn't
you
mean that
look
you
good for
have to
74.
do, yeah, that you have to do what I'm doing, but what I'm doing works. So I just tell you. But first, I tell you what are the basic principles. So imagine you have a beautiful house. And imagine that the house got on fire, because that's what basically happens to a lot of us.
Mhm.
What does it mean, get on fire? So what you do first, you have to put water to put fire down, right? So what it corresponds to our body is inflammation. So we have to, not everybody, not every house is on fire. Yeah, right. But if the house is on fire, you have to put this one first. Makes sense?
Yes.
Put this one, the inflammation. But then a lot of people say, okay, I get inflammation, I feel better, bye bye. But what about rebuilding the house? Now you have to start to rebuild because a lot of problems are because of the generation of connective tissue. And you know what connective tissue is?
Hmm. The
90% of our body.
exactly.
It's everywhere. It's something that makes us. So it is not just because you think that joints, not just joints or skin, it's also eyes. It's cardiovascular system. It's the heart. Is your hair, your nails, um, you know, gums, everything. So that with age, we dry out. And people think, oh, then I drink a lot of water. But unfortunately, drinking water is not enough. It's necessary,
Mhm.
but it's not enough, right? So you think about, okay, we start rebuilding. So again, we have amazing supplement that is bioidentical. It's only one on the market. It's bioidentical to our own body. So they discovered it. They optimized the size of the molecule because this is why eating correctly is not enough. Because, sorry, once we have the generation of that connective tissue, then once you have the generation of the connective tissue, then you cannot rebuild it just from food.
Okay.
You know why not? The reason is, and that's what most people don't know. The people
Right.
say, oh, I just changed my food, my nutrition, and I can rebuild it. And it's a great way of thinking because yes, you improve a lot by changing the nutrition, but you cannot rebuild it for the very simple reason because the main components of connective tissue are collagen, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate, and other glycosaminoglycans. And those elements in nature have molecule that is huge. So our body is not able to absorb it.
Okay.
That is the problem. And that is the reason why when you lose, for example, synovial fluid in your joints, which is made of hyaluronic acid, you can't rebuild it from food. And that was a lot of orthopedic surgeons, they told me that we would like to be able to rebuild that synovial fluid. And they try to inject it. But even if they inject, that's a filler because huge molecule.
Right.
Filler, it's like putting big balls there. It
Yeah.
separates, it removes the pain, but it doesn't rebuild. The same when they put fillers of the hyaluronic acid under the skin.
Hmm.
So it looks better because you tighten the skin, right? Because you put something under it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't rebuild the skin. So rebuilding the connective tissue, that's critical. So that's the second thing. The third thing is digestive system. If you do not have correct digestive system, no matter what you take, what kind of supplements, they are not being absorbed.
That makes sense because I have heard your digestive system is like your second brain. So
That's a different
it,
story. Yes,
yeah.
but that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. That's connection. And that causes you depression.
Okay.
That's one of the reason, for the depression. So taking care of your gut or microbiome, putting good bacteria, and people think probiotic. And again, there are tons of probiotics, but you have to know which bacteria they need to have probiotic, prebiotic, and postbiotic because postbiotic rebuilds the walls. Because once the walls with age become thinner, there is a leaky gut.
Right.
And then there is something which is not digested, which needs to be removed from the body, actually leaks your medication, whatever, leaks that to the cardiovascular system. And it goes back to you where it's supposed to be removed. So it poisons you again.
Okay. So that is doesn't
That is
benefit for your aging
yeah.
then.
And also, I mean, digestive is huge part of aging process. And also putting good bacteria in your gut because when you put the good bacteria, a lot of good bacteria, and then you have to understand that this probiotic or whatever you use, I recommend the probiotic, prebiotic, postbiotic together because then they really put the good bacteria and actually repair the walls. And then you put the good bacteria there, and then there is no place for bad bacteria.
Okay.
Okay, so and this is huge part of immune system also.
So where does one get this combination of the pre and
Well,
post?
they are online, and I can give the links.
Okay, perfect.
I can either give you the links later on, so I can email you, or you can people can call me, but this is important. So the inflammation down, and this now also. So this is about material, but what about workers?
Mm.
Yeah, when you want to rebuild your house, you need
Yeah,
workers.
yeah.
So what are those workers? You know?
Hmm.
Yes.
I
Stem
don't
cell.
know.
Stem cell.
Okay.
stem cells.
All right.
And now there are tons of companies that have stem cells. And I want to come back also to the rebuilding, still to the collagen, because a lot of people have confusion about this. But let me finish the thought about the stem cells, because I didn't recommend stem cells for a very, very, very long time because I didn't like anything what I saw.
Okay.
You know, I tell you why. The reason is because I do not necessarily like something to be injected to the body from outside. You understand?
I do.
If it's
Yes.
not necessary, if it's not absolutely necessary, sometimes it is necessary. So but if it's not necessary, I would rather stimulate our own body to to get it back. You know what I
And
mean?
yeah, and can you do that? Stimulate your own
Yes.
body to get it back? Okay.
Yes. So finally, I found a company that has this type of stimulation that our bone marrow start generating stem cells. And you know what? Putting in millions to your own body. And these are this type of stem cells that actually can fix any organ, so can adjust because they are your own.
Okay.
So before that, I was all the time, the people tell me, oh, they are patches, put this XL39 patches. I said, I don't know, because they are doing only 40,000 stem cells. They are very expensive. I didn't see really clinical studies. Everything I do, first of all, I'm a scientist. Give me clinical studies, I review, right? So it didn't really come through. I tried it, but personally, it didn't work for me. Well, these other ones, which I just told you, they are amazing. I tried it and I felt it. I felt something, amazing happening with the body. So I recommended it to clients, and they are very, very happy. So this is something else. Now let's go back to collagens, because this is big, big confusion. A
Hmm.
lot of people are. There are so many companies that are manufacturing collagens. And again, some of them are absolutely terrible. They are destroyed by stomach acid. They are not absorbable. So I'm not talking about those. Let's just focus on collagens that are liquid, that are a high quality kind of products. But collagen is only one thing in your connective tissue. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever made a cake?
Yes.
Can you make a cake from flour only?
No, not that I know of.
Exactly. Exactly. And this is like making a cake from flour only. Here we have from nature, we have everything. Like imagine your cake is growing on the tree in nature, and you just take it. Makes sense?
Yeah.
So you have everything together. So this is one thing. The second thing is that you have to look that you see the product that I recommend, which is the collagen hyaluronic acid matrix, patented, 37 clinical studies, 7 years international patents, is basically that main collagen there is collagen number 2, which is needed for joints. So I was like, okay, so maybe for skin, we can use these collagens, and this product will be just for joints. No, it worked for the skin as well. So what happens? We have our body start producing or stimulate production of all collagens.
Oh,
So our body starts producing collagens and hyaluronic acids. So we again stimulate own production of all those components. So that's why I'm so excited and so and then the other thing is, which was amazing, when I learned how they make all these other collagens. So all the other collagens are made like this collagen, what I'm talking about, is made of a chicken sternum cartridge. Okay, so it's right, chicken sternum, and one place of the cartridge happened to be bioidentical. When they discovered this, it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
That really, that it's exactly, they patented immediately that discovery, and they optimized size of the molecule, as I said. But the production is in such a way that there is not even one drop of blood. Nothing. It is clean. It is totally clean. And the chickens are from the ecological farms where the inspector is there on every farm. So this is very, very important, very clean. When the other collagens, let's say from cow or from pig or from fish, right?
Hmm.
So what do you do? First they take away the good meat. And what's left? Imagine what's left once they cut off all the good meat?
Yeah, not
Tail?
very much.
No, but tail, what the you can imagine all those things and blood. And blood contains a lot of times bacteria, viruses, and other stuffs, right? So
Hmm.
you cannot be sure how clean is that.
Right.
So and so this is when I learned about this, I would never touch another collagen. Makes sense for cleaners. It's so important. So that's their main things. And then for the hormones, again, because that's what happens with age. We have problems with hormones very often, and especially women for menopause.
Hmm.
So, yes, you can go hormone replacement therapy, but I would never do it for myself if I don't have to. I don't mean the clinical cases, right?
Right.
Let's put this
Yeah.
aside because I'm
Yeah.
not talking about that. I'm talking about us, you know. We want to look beautiful and we want to stay healthy and so on. So I wouldn't do that. But we have the possibility to empower and hormones and to optimize hormones without hormones,
Okay.
without hormones. So either herbs or we have also the balance like gel that
Okay.
you
Yeah.
put it on the skin and it works beautifully. It
It
works beautifully.
helps the regulate the hormones
Very,
then.
very, very regulate hormones so that, because imagine if you do a replacement therapy, usually you influence like two main hormones, right?
Okay.
So what happens to the other hormones?
Yes.
Just half of them. When you change something, the other, I was in research, the biomedical, and I noticed that you change one thing in the body, everything else is readjusting.
Yes. That is very true.
Everything else is readjusting. So, here you take one hormone, everything is readjusting, right?
Yeah.
What about if you just influence everything together? Then everything is smoothly putting automatically gets in its place. So that's what I recommend. So I can give you links if you want to
Yeah,
uh,
that's great.
to the things that I recommend. But honestly, the biggest thing what I do to people is to provide support. So that means that if you like, you can call me We can set up weekly calls, and the calls are short. I don't charge for them. They are short, they are maybe 10 minutes, but we set up what you want and we have checking points, that you really achieve what you want to achieve. And I think that this is something which is important because, there are so many people who say, I go to gym and they are signing up in January and they go for 2 times and they are gone.
That's the
So
gym's
you have
favorite time is January.
exactly. So you have the good intentions, but you don't have the willpower. But
Yes.
if you have somebody who is on your neck and say that you do it, I have here the notes. You were supposed to do this, 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 this. How is it going? Should we adjust something? Short calls.
Yes.
It it helps.
Well,
It
it
helps.
gives that accountability, right? Because that's where I've found in the past where sometimes I have fallen off the things is because you have all these great ideas and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna eat a little cleaner, I'm gonna drink more water, I'm gonna walk every day, and then, you walk for the first, 7, 8 days, and then you're like, oh, I could probably miss today because you have no one to be accountable to yourself for one, which should be enough, but it usually isn't for people.
Usually it's not. Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly. So then when somebody, well, she will ask me about it, maybe I should go.
I better
You
go. Yeah. So
know,
is exercise important then as well for reversing aging, like along with these
I
other
mean,
things?
it's critical.
Yeah.
It's critical. It's absolutely critical. So what I do, I tell you how I start my day. First, I take my supplements, in the morning, which can be taken without food.
Okay.
Like for example, the drink of collagen hyaluronic acid matrix that you keep it under your tongue, you drink it, you keep it for 20 seconds and so on. So I take my supplements first. I make myself a shake, a drink. So this is what I start with. And I don't eat anything till at least noon. Just I do this. And then I have my routine at home that takes me about 15 minutes or maybe 20. So I had a vibrational plate. You know what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Vibrational therapy. Uh, I really suggest that you guys get it, but get a good one. If you want recommendation, I also can send you a link because they are good and bad. But if you have a good one, then you vibrate. This is phenomenal for lymphatic system. It is phenomenal for your joints and also for your skin, for cleansing in general.
Right.
So I usually do 10 minutes. And if you tighten your muscle on that one, that is really like being in gym for half an hour.
Okay.
So it saves a lot of your time and it's amazing for your body. Some people suggest you can jump on a rope, you can do it. I'm just too lazy to do that. I was doing it when I was 6, but right
Yeah.
now I
I'd
don't do
probably
it.
fall off.
Well, you probably could do it. I could do it, but I don't like doing it. And I usually don't do things I don't like doing.
Yeah. I've heard that mini
Like
trampolines are good for that too, for people that
very,
maybe
yes,
can't afford
yes,
something like the plates. Like I have heard
yes,
that, like you said, 10, 15 minutes on that to get the lymphatic system draining.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is this vibration is simply easier, and
Hmm.
also they have vibration in a different directions because they are this way and this way, so it works on the body on a different ways.
Okay.
But anything like that will help.
Okay.
Anything like that will help. Then I just go and maybe for a minute because I cannot go. I hang.
Oh, okay.
To
Yep.
straighten my body. But I cannot stand longer than minute. It's hard. And then I have an inversion table. So I can do the inversion, so hang from my legs, because I had problems with my lower back all my life. So this one was my supplements that really healed it completely.
Okay.
So this one probably maybe 5 minutes, something like this, maximum 10 minutes you
Right.
hang. And
And what are
then,
the benefits of the inversion just for people?
well, inversion table is you do it for the different angles. So you don't start upside down. But the one thing is what we would really need to fight is gravity. And with age, we are more going into ground, so to speak,
Hmm.
right? And we really want to reverse that thing. So in yoga, you stand on your head or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Here, I'm just hanging.
Right.
It's a little bit easier,
Right.
but it's similar, except that here also, you correct your posture because you hang from your legs if you have it correctly. So your posture has to be, if you get at least 10 minutes, so that you readjust your
Okay.
body for
That
the
makes
correct
sense.
posture.
Hmm.
And your neck, you feel in your neck, you feel in your entire body. And at the beginning, you don't. When you hang, you will see, oh, now this one releases. Oh, now he releases. So, and you can adjust the angle so you cannot go if you never did it before. I do it for 40 years. I absolutely love it because I had problems with my lower back. I couldn't move my hands forward without pain when I was 32. So that was my life story, and I had to take care of it because the alternative wouldn't be fun.
Hmm.
So that's what my husband bought it for me 40 years ago, and I use it all the time. For 40 years, great investment, amazing. Um, and keeps me, the posture and everything.
Yes.
So this one is next. And then either I do some squats and some exercises at home. And for example, very good exercises, you have a bench, you go up one leg first, then another. If you do it 30 times each leg, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Going up,
Yep. Yep. Kind
going
of like
up.
step ups.
Step ups,
Yep.
yes. Then squats, for example, you do the 100
Hmm.
different positions, parallel this way, on one leg, another leg. We cannot allow our muscles to disappear. You have to just move them. So either I do those or I jump in a car and I go for a class.
Okay.
So I do a lot of bar classes, I do yoga, and that's my main. I do also, I have my gym at home, so I can do a little bit like three series of 10, maybe
Right.
pull up, pull down,
Yeah.
here, and maybe this one, here. So just figure out something. Also, we have in a gym, that you put on the legs that you get this
Yeah.
way with your legs so that you make those muscles working or the other way. So, and also your ankles, you have to go up. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm. Yeah.
releva, and stretch your hands also whenever you are maybe waiting for something. Put your hands, your wrists in all different directions so that they work. But if you have a posture, if you do what I just said, then you walk easily. You
Yes.
walk gracefully. You walk. You don't like an old lady, right?
Yeah.
But you're straight. You are good. There is also amazing if you want to invest. There is a very good program called Function. What's the name? Functional Patterns. Functional Patterns. amazing. It costs $200, but you can have it for a year on your computer. And if you just do those things, they release you. You are working with medicine balls,
Oh,
So
okay.
so you release in a different places. I didn't even know I could have pain over there. And we find the place where really, and you just have to keep it for 2 minutes. It hurts. Yes, it does. But you get up from those exercises, new person, new
Nice.
person. So this is the very, very important. So for me, getting up earlier in the morning and doing what I just said, it's worth it.
Yes,
But at the
absolutely.
same time, you have to go earlier to sleep because you need your 8 hours to sleep
Yes.
if you want to remain young.
Yes. And I think that it leads to good health too. So when you're doing these things, I mean, the added bonus is it reverses the ages of how we look, but internally and everything, it makes us a healthier person to live that much longer. So,
Exactly. And you know what? And you save your money because I don't go really, maybe I should, but I don't go to facials or spend money on expensive procedures. I just don't. And my skin is great and everything is great because you see you invest what from inside out. How many times I am doing a show and we are just talking about rebuilding from inside out, but most of the women are running there or look, there's a new cream coming up and then this cream is $500 and I mean, you cannot rebuild your body from outside in. Even if you put a cream that is $1,000,
yeah.
you will not rebuild your body or your skin.
Right. Like you have to, yeah, I get that because you have to work from the inside out first, or yeah, that's not even going to help
Yeah,
you.
I am just working with one plastic surgeon from California who's working with models and actresses. And he's from Newport Beach, California. And he told me, I said, because this is the only product that I'm talking about that he recommends. And I said, are we doing competition? Because, a lot of people say, oh, if I recommend this, then I lose my clients, right?
Hmm.
And he said, absolutely not. Because when I rebuild the skin, imagine now what kind of performance I can get to my clients.
Yes.
When the skin is healthy, and thick, thick in the sense that it has the texture,
Yes.
not like paper, you know. So now he can do much better job. That's why we work with a lot of professionals, like owners of the spa or something, because now when they do everything what I'm saying, then they have so phenomenal results with their clients.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
that's
So
amazing. And I mean, it's great to know that these things are, within our reach to be able to do to reverse the aging for us, so ourselves. So
absolutely.
we
Yes. And it's worth it. And it's worth it because we are living longer and longer,
Mhm.
but living in health is shorter and shorter. So just imagine that the longer we prolong the unhappiness, so to speak, because if what kind of life is this if you suffer all
That's
the time,
right.
right? It's better to enjoy this life to the fullest. But the next thing is stress, because nothing will work, what I just said, if you are stressed all the time. You have to be able to manage stress. And a lot of people are worried about small things,
Hmm.
stress themselves
Yeah.
unnecessarily. So this is a big thing, and a lot of times I have to work with people about that because nothing is going to work. Because if you are fearful, then you disconnect your immune system, and then you are wide open to all these bacteria, viruses, and everything what can attack your body. And yes, you can then start on medications, and then there is all this vicious circle, right?
Yeah. And I think that's true because when you see people that are like running around and are so stressed out all the time, they're like often they're sick and they got a
Yeah.
cold and they're run down because their body just is like, oh, okay, well, I give up too, then, right? And it
Absolutely.
just, why sweat the
No,
small stuff, right?
you really disconnect your immune system. So
Yeah.
your defenses, you disconnect it.
So what
And
would you suggest then as a way for people to try to manage some of that stress?
well, awareness is number one. So, for example, somebody, because there is, when you are angry, it's just, you cannot just switch and being happy. There is no way. So, acknowledge, oh my God, I'm just angry, you know, acknowledge it. That's already a victory. And then you say, okay, what can I do about it? You use all the techniques. However, the most important is to say, okay, I'm angry. So let me do the breathing technique, and if you do 10 times, inhale, hold the breath, exhale, hold the breath, and so on. By the time you finish, I bet you are not angry anymore
Yeah.
because why I was angry. Um, Sometimes something happens to you and you think it's the end of the world. And it happened to me when I was younger so many times. Oh, there is the worst thing happen. I cannot live anymore. Like, it's nothing worse can happen, right? And then something real serious happens. And then you look back and say, why did I worry about this other stuff? You know?
That is so true. And I have to say that breath work really works because I use that a lot in a stressful situation. When I don't, I can feel my body like it just tenses up and then you just walk around so tense. And that breathing, like you said, it's amazing. So,
And you know what is amazing? I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes I try to push. I am workaholic and I try to push, especially when I was younger. I push, push, push. Oh, I still have to do this. I still have to do this. And yes, I get results, but they are struggle,
right.
right? And then you go for vacation. And on vacation, I'm on vacation, and a lot of problems that I had there. Suddenly, oh, my clients are coming. Oh, everything is, what is happening? I am on vacation. I'm released. I let in because it's not about what you do, but who you become.
Mhm.
And you have to release. When you release, and I don't mean sitting under a tree and waiting that something falls on your head, because that's not going to happen usually. Uh, but I mean, you have inspired actions. You try to work on yourself more than on something else. And when you increase your vibration, suddenly everything starts smoothly. So what I mean by this, let's say you have 10 tasks to do, like I have a list to do. This today I do this. I do my list in the evening and I have Lulu. And then I come to my office and if I'm just, oh, I have so much to do. Oh my God, how I can do it. And I try to force it and this person doesn't answer and this doesn't, you know. But then you take those deep breaths, you set yourself up, you get your vibration up, and suddenly your tasks go one after the other. And in a short time, you say, oh, I have done everything. Now I'm free to go.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yes,
That's so often when you try to force something, very often it doesn't work.
that is very, very true. That is
Yeah.
true. So,
So let it go, let it be.
e-
Like the Beatles, let it be.
exactly. Yeah, that is good advice, and I love that. And you've given us a lot of great tips. So, can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yes, the easiest way, there are two ways. So one way directly you can book a call by go meet garage, Graz, meetgraz.com. That as a link, and you can just schedule some short consultation with me. There is no fee. That's free. So it's just to see what we can help, what we can do. Or you can go to agereversingsecret.com where you will get more information about our system. And at the end of this, you will have a link to schedule.
Okay.
So you have both ways you can go, and whichever is easier. And
And then your wonderful book is on Amazon.
Yes, it is on Amazon. You may also text me if you like to do that. But I have so many texts and so many things coming. So the booking the meeting is the easiest because
Ah,
so many people say, I cannot get through or cannot. So it's the easiest because then it's in my calendar and we just show up and talk. And if you don't like to do it on Zoom, because that usually gets on Zoom, you can just put in that I prefer the phone number for phone call, and that's okay.
Okay, perfect.
We can talk on the phone.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be on Zoom.
Okay,
Uh,
that's fine.
but that scheduling is to Zoom. But if you put in a note there that I prefer a phone call, it's okay.
Okay, perfect. So if
Uh,
you had a final thought to leave with all of our listeners, what would it be?
I just would like you to believe that it's possible. I would encourage you to do it because your life, at beginning might be a little bit difficult because it's something new, maybe if it's for you something new. But don't try to implement everything at the same time. Reward yourself for any small changes, any small victories because that will encourage you to keep going. And like anything else, there is a road to success, and you have to just get one step at a time, and you will get there. And the life is so much better and so much more wonderful. And I tell you, try to help others. When you achieve and you start making some progress, help others to go because we try to create a movement so that people don't think that, oh my God, I am this age, so I have to feel so bad, or I have to have those pains, or I have to have those wrinkles. No, let's create the opposite movements that we can and we will live healthy and with no wrinkles to the end of our lives and enjoy this life to the end because this is the reason why we are here. We are not here to build houses, although it's okay to build houses. We are here to enjoy this life.
Yes. Yes.
Enjoy it.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
and
That's a
it's very
wonderful.
difficult to enjoy if your body, remember, your body is the biggest investment. It's bigger investments than your car and than your house, but it is, you are not your body. You have your body and treat it with respect.
Nice. That is a wonderful message. So thank you, Dr. Groznia. We really appreciate you being on with us today, and we hope you come back in the future sometime and talk more about this because I'm sure we're just kind of we're just scratching the surface on all of this. So we do appreciate you being with us today, and
It
everybody.
is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. And if there is, I'm always in service if I can help anybody. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. And everybody
Thank,
else, we will see you the next time.
thank you.